Hello guys, Aloy Andaluz from AmbFX, and this is 3ds Max News. We will cover all the exciting things that happen around 3ds Max this month. We need to start with 3ds Max 2021. I covered it with multiple videos, so a very fast update. There has been improvements on viewport, OSL updates, Qt interface, widgets, more nodes in OSL. We had improvements on modeling, we have Python 3, we had performance improvements, and for the full complete list, you have even one that is better than the one from Autodesk, from Changzhou Eun, that lists exactly all the new features on this 2021 from the 2020. As well, check in Autodesk Learning channel, there are multiple videos about BigToe Texture that as well has been one of the big new features in 3ds Max 2021. And the first tools are appearing for 2021. Changzhou created this amazing script that is based on the BigToe Texture. It simplifies a lot the process of baking a texture for the most common maps that you will need. It's totally free. Sean Olson has announced that all his WorldWarm tools for 3ds Max are now free. It's a comprehensive suite of tools that has been designed to create a modeling pipeline in 3ds Max for exporting assets to the source game engine. But it can be used for a lot of things. There are a lot of scripts. As well, Sean Olson, is a very veteran 3ds Max artist, has joined 3ds Max as a product owner. So expect to see a lot of cool stuff. More free stuff. Evermotion is celebrating 15 years. They have a free model with 3ds Max with over 2.4 gigs of data, mesh, textures, everything. You have interiors, exteriors, a lot of trees, grass, it's really cool. You will need Forest Pack for mesh distribution, and all the materials are set up with Corona materials. But if you need to convert it to anything else, remember that you have a scene converter in 3ds Max that in 2021 has some updates, so you can convert these Corona materials to V-Ray, Arnold, or whatever you need in just a click. ePack Master is available right now for 3ds Max. It's basically a packing engine for 3ds Max that uses CPU and GPU simultaneously. It's free by donation. Chaos Group released Phoenix FD 4.1 for Macs. Some of the new features include the ability to emit sources from any 3ds Max particle system, faster particle previews and particle shaders, as well as exposing its data for rendering by third-party render engines. Spline Dynamics has released proxy textures. Basically, you can grab all the textures applied on your materials, and with one click you will convert it to lower resolutions to use it on viewport or on viewport and rendering as well. It costs $15. Paul Neal created a tutorial in YouTube, obviously free, to create game-ready hair. Check it out because, as usual, Paul Neal shares a lot of techniques in 3ds Max. And as well, check Stack Group on Facebook. Paul Neal is sharing different types of image with a lot of information to create modular game assets in 3ds Max. Perna 3D, another veteran 3D artist, will be doing his multiple tools with 3ds Max open source and will be releasing with all the community by increments. He's releasing really customizable tools, they are great, and a lot of cool stuff coming for free. Sebas Technologies released Final Render Drop 4. There are a Rewrite core for NVIDIA Optics 7 with a special mention for ray tracing acceleration on the GPU, but as well they released Final Render Free. This is a totally free version of Final Render. No limitations on render size, no limitations on times, no limitations, you can use it commercially. It has some limitations. It's a true hybrid, it's off, so you can use or CPU or GPU, but you cannot use both together. That is something that the paid version offers. Final Tune is not included, and there is no network rendering, but all the rest is included, so it's a really good and free version to try it out. Anima 4 is released. It's a really popular plugin to populate your 3D scenes with people. The big news is that they introduce 4D digital humans. Basically, now they are a full scan of people. So all the movements, cloth is really realistic because basically it's a real-time scan. They did this possible, being able to optimize the files because normally the files for each scan is huge. They had compression, so each people takes around 150 megabytes of data, keeping a lot of detail. And a new script from Clovis Guy, it's Madcap Library. Basically, it's a library of madcaps. So it's based on OSL, you will need 3ds Max 2020 or 2021, and you can do all types of modifications, you can organize your madcaps, you can change madcaps colors, hue, you can even drive this color based on the wireframe color from your materials. Everything is possible with OSL, and now you have it more organized in a library. It costs 20 euros. And the reel of the month goes for Colby Jacket. Colby is an FX artist at Encore, creating a lot of effects for series, working with 3ds Max, Tyflow, thinking particles, film effects, all types of things for explosions. I met Colby on LA during SIGGRAPH, cool guy, and cool reel. And it's the Tyflow section. A lot of things on Tyflow as usual. We get type preview with MP4 support. You can update max files when you press preview. We have now multiple columns on Tyflow. The Voronoi performance has been improved a lot. The wind occlusion is now integrated. There is a weld operator. You have property transfers, so you can spread properties to other particles. Vertex color operator. Type for visual speed feedback on operators. TySelect gets new functions like curvature, phase angle, self-proximity, and self-intersection. And as always, there has been a lot of activity on Tyflow group, a lot of cool stuff. We had things from Sergey creating cool, crazy stuff with fractals and scripts operators. We had all types of peeling effects, a lot of cool stuff as usual. If you are not inside in this group, there are a lot of cool stuff happening every single day. 3ds London now goes live worldwide, so instead of being in London, will be a live show and will happen the 1st of April. Check it out live on YouTube. A lot of cool presentations. There will be people from Autodesk, 3ds Max dev team, and yeah, I mean, we are on a kind of crazy times, a lot of things happening, but there are always some positive stuff, and everyone now will be able to enjoy these interesting meetups. With the release of 2021, we had as well a webinar for 3ds Max called Close and Personal. It was very interesting. Autodesk will release it to the public soon, I don't know when, but soon. And they cover more or less most of the new improvements on 2021 by some of the developers. There has been Ubisoft and Scanline talking about 3ds Max use on the companies, and there was a QA at the end, and they revealed that the indie version of 3ds Max will be worldwide available later this year. They are not able to confirm yet a date, but later this year, 3ds Max indie for everyone. And that's all for the month of March, guys. Stay safe. Thank you a lot, everyone. Please give it a like, subscribe, comment, you know, the usual stuff. Thanks a lot to all my Patreons to support me. Thank you everyone that is listening, and give a nice comment below. See you soon, guys.